where they're monitoring this, what actually happened in Boys Town. That'll give me an idea of what is actually going to happen in Omaha, because this gust front's traveling right down Highway 6 here into the Omaha metropolitan area. And, you know, Mark, this is kind of going along just as we thought it would.
Yeah.
In terms of what we saw. I mean, look at this big, massive gust front just rocking through this area. Not surprising with the kind of wind. I mean, I bet you know, we're probably getting, 60 to 75, maybe even stronger winds coming out of this. Ooh, what is this back here?
You'll always hear Dr. Forbes talking about those backward C shapes, one of those indicators on the radar of things getting pushed out ahead by the straight line winds. And so in this case, we're actually looking at the motion of the raindrops, and we're seeing that right here.
It's estimated 65 miles per hour back here. 65 miles per hour with that. So that was when it was circulating a little bit.
Yes.
Now it seems to accelerate. The gust front seems to accelerate a little bit. So right now, unless things change rapidly, we're probably looking at some strong winds into the Omaha area here within the next 10 minutes or so. That's still looks interesting.
So that's the top edge of that gust front, and very often you will see that northern part of the backward C shape getting a little bit of extra help, a little bit of extra rotation. Anything on the correlations there, Jim?
No. I mean, I think if there was, it would be back with that circulation. It almost seems like it's too close to the radar.
It would be right over the radar site at this point.
So Omaha, batten down the hatches. Expect minimal hurricane force gusts, at least at this point from what we see. The severe thunderstorm warning that includes the Omaha area is expecting 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So at least the hail has come down at the present time. That is good news. But again, nearly a hurricane force gusts is pretty much what we're seeing here on the radar right now. Nothing leads us to believe that this thing is wrapping up and rotating anytime soon. Mark, you got something new?
No, just an image that Nick's brought over to us. It does look like a gust front came through with maybe a little bit of one of those small rotations, a little bit of a lowering on the gust front itself. Nick, was that from the Boys Town area? 192nd and F, far southwest Omaha, and so that is that gust front racing out ahead of the storm system itself. And of course, on the left side of your screen, we still have Ben's image up. He's racing towards Omaha from the south. Looks like the rain's picking up there a little bit, Jim.
Yeah, he's going to get into that the heavier rain when that thing comes through. There may actually, interestingly enough, be a quick break. You see how it lightens up a little bit before you get into the wall?
Sure.
So, heavy shower, light rain, and then the wall, which will come in with the gust front. But here's what we're talking about. Sometimes you can see these little appendages on the leading edge of the gust front. Then what you would tend to do there,
those little kinks in the line,
is actually go and see if there's any kind of rotation along that. And right now, it doesn't appear that there's anything along this that shows any kind of rotation. A little quick shot. Sure, a little quick shot here, but I don't see anything that says, hey, we gotta spin up. But you know what? Here's the deal: these scans are 5 minutes apart, and a lot can happen in 5 minutes, especially when you have a gust front that's moving at about 50 miles per hour.
And of course, Jim, before you change this up towards the Elkhorn area, that's still the main, now not as tight, but still a main rotation area. So we have two threats within this area. One is the straight line winds that's racing towards Omaha, and now with the potential still for a tornado back towards the north and west, which is why there's still a tornado warning in play.
So here's the comma head up and through here. If you're going to have a tornado right now, as things look here, it's going to be up near Elkhorn and Boys Town, and so that will come into Omaha. And if this storm decides to in some way cycle again and wrap up, especially as it gets away from the radar site, you can see the radar site near Valley. That is something that we'll certainly see on the storm relative velocity, but nothing, at least at this point, and until I hear Jen say we've got a wall cloud or a lowering here. Not to mention, Mark, it's crunch time for the National Weather Service, too. They're going to have to either issue a tornado warning for Omaha or let it just be a severe thunderstorm warning. And so they're, because here we are at the end of the warning, even though the circulation is still back in the warning, the leading edge of this gust front, if it produces a tornado or not, could easily come in Omaha.
So there's a lot to watch here. Along that gust front, we could have brief spin-ups, brief rotating winds, brief tornadoes. Back behind that general windy area, there could be a stronger tornado, potentially. And that's why there's still that tornado warning in play. Of course, on the left side of your screen there, you're still looking at Ben McMillan's camera. He's going north towards Omaha. Looks like he's kind of in between the worst of the rain right now. This is the break. And then eventually, Ben, tell us a little bit about what you're seeing on the roads. Is the rain loosening up at all?
Yeah, it's the rain has definitely lightened a little bit. We're almost through the downtown proper, and we're going to be crossing into Iowa shortly. So, the east side of the metro needs to prepare because they don't know what's coming necessarily, and a lot of wind, a lot of rain, and some hail embedded in that as well.
Yeah,
go ahead, Jim.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a flash flood warning come out for Omaha, given this as well.
We're in Gary, Indiana, about 30 minutes ago.
How many?
78 miles an hour.
78 miles an hour in Gary, Indiana. Jen, pop me over Gary, Indiana here. We'll give our friends in Omaha or Gary a quick look here. Now, we had some storms in Chicago earlier. We had 68 up on the lakefront earlier on. We also had a tornado warning west of Columbus. Those have since weakened. So now you've got what appears to be kind of a thunderstorm complex. This is all gelling together. This is the stuff that was earlier in southern Nebraska or southern Iowa.
This
so
is
it's
that
moved all the way to the east now.
The morning convection that came through.
Look at the mergers. See the lines merging together?
Yeah, absolutely.
Line to the south, this is the stuff in Chicago merging.
And we have a live view of Chicago up on the screen. Chicago almost out of the worst of it, but certainly the southeast suburbs there are getting nailed.
All right, so Jen, let's go east because I want to let everybody know in Michigan City, you're just about to get whacked here. All right, and here's why. These two areas have kind of come together. A little bird's wing there. That is coming right over. That's why you're warned there in Michigan City. South Bend, you're going to deal with this as well. The strongest winds are going to be in this bow right here. Michigan City, you're again just about to deal with these. It may be a long duration wind up I-94 toward Benton Harbor. Oh, look at that little kink right there near Benton Harbor coming your way as well. So very strong winds, maybe 60 to 70 miles per hour, easily severe. Here's the lightning with that, not surprising too. We had this thing kind of racing along like you'd see with a thunderstorm complex. Amazing, as quick as it's moving, we actually have a flash flood warning too. All right, let's go back to Omaha here. I'll go to 7 so she can reset there. And this is actually southwest of Omaha. These are these two other areas that we want to watch. Almost looks like the big S there, Mark. So that's a good thing. It's not wrapped up, at least at the present time, but you've got strong air inflow in through here. On the back side of this, obviously, your gust front, as we've been watching a lot of these today. And unlike the storm in Omaha, check this out. You're going to be, look at that. Couple little, you see that? Little difference. So this is what we could see, if you will, on the Omaha gust front, but we're not seeing that. All right, we're not seeing that. A couple little couplets in through here, a couple little brief spin-outs, gustnados on the actual gust front. All
right, Jim, we're getting towards the bottom of the hour here, so we might be getting some new viewers. Let's check in quickly with Nick Walker. Nick, over to you.
Thanks so much, guys. Great job just bringing us up to date on all those thunderstorms, not only around the Omaha area, but also in the Chicago region. We got some new pictures into the Weather Channel. This is actually taken just west of Lincoln, Nebraska. It's just about 7:25 Eastern Time, 6:25 local time. Can we take a look at those pictures? This was posted to our Weather Channel Facebook page, and just some amazing pictures there.